Michael Jackson quotes, study the greats and become greater. What can I say about Michael Jackson? He was the most dominant artist of my lifetime. From head to toe, one of the 10 most influential artists. I'd say in the top three, four, five. You can make the case from one to three or four or five easily. Impactful, did the thing, set a standard, and was a student. Was a student. As he once, when Kobe Bryant was 18, called him up and said, you want to be best, you have to study the greats. You have to learn. You have to take that initiative and you have to be there. You have to be meticulous. You have to know what to take, what not, how it works, use it for yourself. He understood that. Study the greats, become greater. You learn. No one says that you can't observe and be a sponge. That's what the great ones do. He understood it from the styles of dance he did, the styles of vocals he did, the styles of material he did. You get the honor of being called the king of pop. That says that you incorporated all styles of music. Let that sink in. You weren't just a one piece. You were the whole assembly and the orchestration. He understood that as well as anybody who's ever been considered a great artist. And for his day and his time, his dominance was because he took it as a badge of honor to step up the game. And he made you look, he made you notice. He was that dude that, as I always said, if you loved him, you bought him like crazy. If you were good with him, you bought him and some others. And if you didn't, you made sure you bought whoever you liked better because you knew he was around the corner because he was a standard. And see, when you're a standard, people always got to talk about you. It's like they see your shadow even when there's no shadow. They see the wall and there's no wall. He had it like that. He understood to study classical, to study theater. He understood to study artistry. James Brown, Jackie Wilson, amongst others. David Ruffin, amongst others. He observed all that. The gut bucket soul of Otis Redding, the Staple Singers. He understood all that. The ins and in betweens. He looked at the pop world. He understood that. He was supposed to watch all of that. And that's what you have to do. If you want to be, you have to study the greats to become greater. There is nothing wrong with imitating until you find your way to make it your own. It's when you sit there in that imitation that you never grow. There's a reason why there are artists who have talent. However, they're never taken to the next level, the next step, because it's just called being a seller and not getting it, the initiative to the next level. You think about his musical education as an artist, and you go from the Berry Gordy's to the Gambles and Hustlers to the Quincy Joneses and onward. But in between, he sponged all that. He took all that in. He learned how to, with sound, with technique. He made that as a oneness. His voice, his feet, and those rhythms came together as one, and they sent a powerful message across the Atlantic and back before there was any technology or anything. But he understood to study the greats. He watched. He watched. He watched Sammy Davis Jr. as much as he watched Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly, and the Nicholas brothers. He studied all of that. And he brought that cadence and he brought that energy. And that's what was one of the things that endured him. So it's important that you learn. And whatever field you in, learn from the greats to become greater. No matter what you do for a living, learn from the greats to become greater. Because that'll be a just reward. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.